This week on the Bluffs Sports Zone, Tech Fall. The Iowa Western soccer teams wrestle with Dakota County Tech. Cat fight. The Lynx and Jaguars on the prowl at the Wick. In system. The Titans, Panthers. The Wood at Abraham Lincoln. Inside the ropes with the Reavers women's golf team. They've come a long way. Hello, I'm JJ Davis, and welcome to our latest edition of the Bluffs Sports Zone. Now, the Iowa Western football team has the week off. Time for a little R&R. So why not let's switch to those always highly successful soccer programs. And first up, the guys. The 13th ranked Reavers are back home to kick it around with Dakota County Tech. Now, the Blue Knights feeling blue. Tech is winless in the Iowa Community College Athletic Conference so far. So, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, you'd be right. Iowa Western walks into the match a heavy favorite, and it shows right out of the gate. 2 minutes in, Bertie just sneaks one in the corner, and Big Blue is ready to roll. Later, up 2-0, Alberto Diaz just outside the 18. Just one times it, and it's 3-0. Up 4-0. Bertie again in front. Carver's club scoring at will. Now 4 different Reavers rolled at least one in. Duhaney Williams, far post. Iowa Western with another clean sheet, blanking the Blue Knights 7-0.
First half, there was definitely some good movement, and we were able to break them down when it was tough, so which was great.
They've had a week off, and we've been practicing all day, and we came out with energy, and we scored a goal right off the bat, and it just kept carrying on, and we scored more and more, and just what happened.
This match is good for we put everything that we've been practicing so far this year, and try to put everything together and correct our mistakes and everything, and good for some people that didn't score yet, score some goals. Yeah, but in the overall it was a good game.
I think we are pretty good, but we need to improve as a defense, as an offensive, As a defensive, we need to communicate more, and we need to understand tactics.
Go high. No, he's high. Oh.
Where was the team at the beginning of the season? Progress-wise, where is it now?
It's hard to say, from a game like this. It's hard to really make a read, but I think the team is coming more and more together, so we're excited about that.
You will not get the ball in the middle.
The Reavers 3-2 in their last 5 matches, and the 3 wins by shutout. And now to the ladies. I'm really happy for Adam Sanchez and the girls. Started off at 0-5. 0-5. That's unheard of around here. Did a little soul searching, little gut check time, and since then, Iowa Western has ripped off 5 in a row. In fact, the Reavers sit atop the standings unbeaten in the ICC AC. Big Blue huddles up against Dakota County Tech, and the home team does not waste any time, not even 2 minutes in. Laura Chavez punches in the penalty kick, and the route is on. 2 minutes later, Paige Moser, left foot far post. Later, up 3-0. 7th minute, Daniela Cardona with the header. In all, 9 different Reavers find the back of the net. So Yarte, her first of 3. Now Sanchez clubbed over 500 passes.
Yes, Ashley. Great run, Ashley.
Chavez here with the hat trick as well. And Iowa Western just blows by the Blue Knights 13-1.
I think we wanted to get maximum points today, and we got that, and we played our game, and so we took steps toward eventually where we want to play towards.
6 wins in a row, unbeaten in the conference. What's happened?
I think the first of the season was pretty rough, but we finally got some chemistry going, and now we're just all friends and we can just knock it around, and it's super fun.
Losing, we definitely, locker room talks afterwards weren't the best. We were definitely down on ourselves, but after a few wins, we just started to see the good in each other, and it all turned around.
The biggest thing is we've all come together and had such great team unity, and it's really helped us have confidence as a team.
Just keeping our edge, keeping our mental edge. I think a lot of people were writing us off at the beginning, and I don't know if that was just great coaching strategy. No, just keeping our edge and keeping our confidence and knowing that we're still a good team.
Good team indeed. In its last 6 matches, Iowa Western has scored 33 goals and given up just 4. On the links with the Abraham Lincoln volleyball team, butt heads with some Rams. It's the Cats meow at the Wick, only who meows the loudest when we come back.
We asked a group of employees what makes our bank special, and here's what they said.
We're available to help our community grow.
We are available to explain the benefits of electronic banking.
Being available to our customers and communities is not only what ties us together, but also what you want most from your financial institution. And our new name says just that. Welcome to Avela Bank.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I had something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Council Bluffs is a growing, vibrant community. It's becoming a modern 21st century community.
We will be the largest free Wi-Fi hotspot in the United States.
Our vision is about building a community where families want to live and businesses want to locate.
We see that as a great potential enhancement for future growth in the city.
This portion of the Bluffs Sports Zone brought to you by Cutler O'Neill Meyer Woodring Family-Owned Funeral Home, serving Council Bluffs in southwest Iowa for over 100 years.
Top-ranked St. Albert here, blowing by Loma, is unbeaten, 5-0, averaging over 50 points per game. And so far the Falcons look unstoppable. The Birds have flown away from the nest again. St. Albert's doing it the hard way. 4 of its first 6 on the road. Next up, Blue Devils country. Chalk up another shutout. St. Albert 56-0. Kyle Barnes, 3 touchdowns. Cool Hand Luke, 3 more. Jake the Snake, a sniper on the D side. Now the Falcons led 35-0 at the half, and that was that. The top-ranked Birds flying higher, 6-0. Next up, back home against Corning. Just one game in the Bluffs. Hard luck Abraham Lincoln says hello to Ankeny Centennial. Now this is another tough matchup for the Lynx, but hey, they're due. AL's luck's gotta change sooner or later. One win, Abraham Lincoln comes busting out against the 3-2 Jaguars. Now the Lynx keep it on the ground. Lanny Herzog, a first down and more. But the drive stalls. Under a minute to go first quarter. The visitor Sam Schneider, 36 yards for the score, and Ankeny Centennial's on the board. Under 3 minutes left in the half, Ben Breeding takes the pass. And number 80 races 55 yards for the touchdown. Centennial takes a 14-zip lead at the break. Now AL's still able to move the ball at times. Herzog, another good gain in the third, but the drive stalls again. Under a minute to go in the quarter, Snyder, 25 yards for the score, and it's 21-0 after 3.
25-yard touchdown, Sam Snyder.
The Jaguars poured on in the fourth. Tyler Cahill from 25 yards out. Tyler Cahill wide open. And Ankeny Centennial runs away from the Lynx 42-0.
I think we moved the football. We just couldn't finish a drive. You know, we just stalled out too often. We're close to being there. We're not quite there yet.
It is what it is, you know. We're just coming out, doing our thing. We're trying our best, you know. It's a tough loss. It's 42-0, but we played one good game. You know, I am not disappointed in the way we played. You know, towards fourth quarter, we started stringing out, started having some big plays, but we held good on for 3 quarters, and I'm pretty proud of our guys.
I feel like the team has definitely gotten better just because the way we've held ourselves. We're not yelling at each other anymore during games. We're not getting in arguments with each other at practice. We're just getting along now.
I feel really good about tonight. Now, I know it's, again, the score might not indicate that, but if we can carry on what we did tonight in the future, we're going to be competitive.
AL drops to 1-5, and the Lynx have been shut out in 3 of those 5 losses. Thomas Jefferson lets one slip away at Ankeny. The Yellow Jackets lead 14-3 heading into the fourth and lose 24-14. Cameron Baker, Class 4A's leading rusher, piles up 281 more yards and 2 touchdowns, but it's not enough. The Hawks scored TDs on all 3 of their possessions in the fourth quarter to complete the comeback win. TJ drops to 4-2, 1-1 in district play. Next up, the Jackets head back up to Des Moines to tackle Urbandale. The Titans see the return of Mad Max, and it helps. Lewis Central dumps DM Hoover 56-14. D'Anthony, another 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns. Now Duggan runs for over 100 as well and scores 2. By Josh Simmons catches 3, scores 1. LC now 5-1, 1-1 in district play. And up next, a biggie. Always tough Ankeny comes to Titans country. On the tee with the Iowa Western women's golf team. Talk about an international flavor. And if at first you don't succeed, then try again. V-ball style, after the break.
For 3 decades, thousands of Southwest Iowa athletes have relied on our team, Jenny Ed Sports Med. Our sole focus is to prevent, diagnose, and treat your sports injury. And with our partners at Ortho Nebraska, we assure you'll get your own personal roadmap back to action. Don't forget about our free walk-in clinic, open every Saturday morning, August through October. Jenny Ed Sports Med.
Bye-bye. Get home safe.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Calls me googly eyes.
You know you're beautiful, right? You know that?
Even you are beautiful. I got bullied for wearing glasses. Share if you're against bullying.
We put it out there, just took off. 3 million people have shared this post. Don't let bullies get you down. I stand with you. Our whole family's wearing glasses. I wear glasses and I'm proud.
I even have the army on my team.
All the kind comments brought my child joy. I don't feel thank you is enough.
That's
things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
The Lewis Central volleyball team is marching towards another state playoff appearance. And I feel like this could be the team to win maybe a match at state, or maybe even two or so. The Titans back home to hunt some Panthers. Now, this isn't necessarily what Creston does. It's all about LC. If the Titans stay in system, it could be a good night for Lewis Central. Here's IDub TV student Chris Nation.
10th ranked Lewis Central tries to keep its current winning streak alive. The Titans host Creston. First set, Catherine Poore gets things started. The senior blue killed it, leaves the Panthers confused. Home team jumps out 6-3. A little later, ALC with the block, Lewis Central with 10 overall. Megan Holt joins the party. The Titans take the first set, 25-11. Set number 2, the senior leaders are taking over. Megan Holt with the kill, LC by 1. Not settling for just one, Holt skies for another and puts the Titans up 21-16. Later in the set, Creston knocks it out of bounds. Home team wins it 25-10. Third set, the conference leader in kills. Catherine Poore slams it home. The Bradley recruit with 9 kills in the match. A little later, Poore mishits one, but with the second attempt, it goes down easy. 19-8 Lewis Central. Not to be outdone, Megan Holt slams it home. The Titans win the set and match 25-17.
I thought the girls played really well against Creston. We stayed in system throughout the match, and I really liked the way in which we performed on defense.
It feels pretty good. I couldn't do it without my teammates. I mean, it all starts with the pass and the set, so it all goes to them.
We've been doing really good. We started out with a tough one, that was a tough loss, but we've came back and pretty strong from that, and we've been doing really good since then.
Lewis Central wins its 4th straight match and 15th of its last 16. For the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm Chris Nation.
Thanks, Chris. Next to AL, the Lynx home sweet home to face Glenwood. Now, Abraham Lincoln's looking to peak just in time for the postseason pate. Here's IDub TV student Matt Case.
Abraham Lincoln comes out to a home court welcome as they prepare to square off against the Rams of Glenwood. So let's get to the action. Miranda Hennings back to serve for the Lynx. She'd have 2 aces on the night, but Glenwood is returning this one, coming up with a block in the early lead 9-7. Later on in set 1, Cheyenne Beeman serves up the ace, and the Lynx rally to take an 18-17 lead. Back and forth, Rams on the serve, facing set point. A great dig gets them out of trouble, but to no avail. Lynx take the first set 25-23. Abraham Lincoln takes the rhythm with them between sets as they prep for number 2. Starting in the second, dynamic duo Kaylee Shaw and Elena Bonet set and kill. Shaw had 35 assists. More on her special night later. Then Hennings fires a strike and it's aces. Lynx rocked an 88% serve efficiency throughout and shows some moves leading 17-7. Set number 2, let's call it a cruise. Shaw assists, Bonet kills, and the dynamic duo leads the Lynx to a 25-14 win. Crowd is juiced, message is clear. Let's take this match in 3, Lynx. In the third, Abraham Lincoln looking to close it out, and Shaw delivers the goods. Just one of 41 kills on the night for AL. Lynx lead 20-14. Glenwood isn't quitting yet, and it's down to match point 24-22. Lynx battling for the sweep, and who else to ice it than the dynamic duo? The Shaw-Bonet connection turns out another set and kill. Lynx win the set 25-22, and the match 3-0.
You know what we did tonight? We did a great job of hitting our spots on the serves, and Coach Baker did a great job of calling where to hit it. We kept them out of system majority of the night, which helped us set up defense. So at the end there, I mean, we've been talking about them that Glenwood's going to come after us and that we got to play, and they kept fighting and we kept fighting, and I'm proud of the way we finished.
Speaking of a fighter, how about this? Senior leader Kaylee Shaw gets her 1,000th assist. What a special career.
I had no idea leading up to this, and today I really wanted to hit it because I thought I was close, so I kept setting the hitters who needed it, and it was the best day, honestly.
For the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm Matt Case.
AL now sits at 18-16 for the season. Thomas Jefferson wins 3 of 4 matches at its own invite, including one over Abraham Lincoln, first win in 3 tries against the Lynx this season. TJ now won over 500. St. Albert wins its 3rd tournament of the season, as the Saints drop only 1 set en route to 4 wins at the TJ event. 8th-ranked Lewis Central keeping pace. The Titans now 22-4. I can't wait for state. Next up, our play of the week. You know, I felt like this one was going to be tough, and in the end, hey, let's tee it up with some Reavers. Winning could be a foregone conclusion on the other side. Wasn't long ago, the Iowa Western Golf program had its first Natty champ, Senna Ursoy, last spring. Remember? Well, the women's team is once again coming in well under par. Now, remember, Senna is from Turkey. This year's Super Six from all over the world as well. Just think of it. They come from all over the world to compete at Iowa Western. Now, that in itself says it all. The focus? Teeing it up with a team well-traveled. From Norway to Council Bluffs, from Australia to Omaha, from Spain to Utah. 2 sophomores, 4 freshmen equals 2 second-place finishes in the first 4 tournaments.
We are deeper than we have been. Our talent level in total is really high. We've had a little adversity this year. We've already ran into some injuries and some illnesses, but really proud of the way that the ladies have battled through that. I think the strength of our team right now is our ball striking. I think all through our lineup we hit the ball very well. Off the tee, iron play is really good. We're really looking to continue and develop their short game and putting and just make them better scorers.
Go straight back, straight forward, and that's fine if you're doing that.
She is. Super soft Cassidy Evernades rolled in 4 tournament wins last year, 1 so far this fall season. Now it takes time for the international players to settle into the swing of things.
Yes, it does, definitely. It does take a toll on the competition and how you play and what you're used to. The conditions are very different from here to what they are back home, so even my freshman year, it took me almost 2 months to settle in properly.
Is it harder for you to adjust to the golf or to the culture?
Probably the culture. The golf isn't that different. The grass is pretty the same, and the greens are pretty the same, but the culture is really different, I think. It's a lot of people here, and a lot of weird food. A lot of food with a lot of cheese.
We really like was with our freshman class is the work ethic is awesome. It's the hardest working group we've had, and with that comes good results.
Where was the women's program when you got here? Where is it now, 3 years later?
I think it was a very successful program. They were very competitive. I think what we've been able to do is just to add a little bit more depth to the lineups. To where the teams are a little bit stronger and more consistent. I think that's probably where you're seeing the biggest change is I think when we show up to tournaments, it's pretty shocking if we finish outside of the top 3 or the top 5.
So the Reavers are teeing it up with a team well-traveled. 6 girls with a lot of miles between them. A lot of miles and a lot of low scores. Par for the course at Iowa Western. And we'll hear from the guys on our next show. Now it's time for our play of the week. Just another play, just another week, or is it? The 13th ranked Iowa Western men's soccer team with another clean sheet, this time over Dakota County Tech. Alberto Diaz just outside the 18. 1 times it, left foot, far post. What a shot as the Reavers blank the Blue Knights, 7-0. Alberto Diaz with our play of the week. October, baby. We are already in October. Can you believe it? So get out the pumpkins and go to work. Now, of course, we're always busy bees here at the BSC. We got a lot of football coming up, so buckle up the old chin straps and get ready to rock. Now, remember, as always, to keep it here for more news and information in your community by tuning in to the Council Bluffs News with Brandon Taverdi. And so, for this latest edition of the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm J.J. Davis, and as always, I'll see you around.